What's good? What's good? Good morning. I find it very necessary to defend capitalism, particularly as the attacks ramp up. I was at Fred Meyer the other day, returning a pair of pants that didn't fit because I have a big butt. It's hard to buy pants when they don't let you try them on. And I made that joke to her. And she was like, yeah, well, we didn't have this problem before capitalism. And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to, what does that have to do with any of this right now? And she was implying that before capitalism, there wasn't mass-produced goods and you had your clothes tailor-made, which you can still do. I can still go have clothes tailored to my fat ass if I want. I'm just broke. But then also, just more and more of my friends are posting anti-capitalist memes. The ones that I've tried to have conversations with that are always too busy or don't want to go there. But it's like you'll fucking post the memes, but you won't have a conversation. Peak hypocrisy, a term I use quite often. So I was grumpy and posted a little rant on my Facebook. Just saying that most people who criticize capitalism can't even define it. They don't understand that capitalism is the philosophical foundation for their bodily autonomy that they claim to love so much. Unless it's an injection, then they want all the injections from Daddy State. And a friend that I haven't talked to in a long time decided to comment and say, you know, the other way is true as well, that most people who criticize socialism can't even define it. To which I disagree. I disagree. I believe that more people who criticize socialism can define socialism than people who criticize capitalism can define capitalism. Reason being, a lot of them fucking moved from socialist and communist countries to America to get away from that shit and admit so. They voluntarily say that is why one of the reasons they left. And if you don't believe me, okay, hold on, no, that's a different point. This particular friend, I'm a little perturbed about because they're keyboard warrioring. I had actually reached out to them a few months ago when some other My Body, My Choice issues were coming up, and I had kind of flippantly commented on something they posted. And I said, hey, let's have a real conversation. And they replied, yeah, let's do it as soon as I get back from vacation. Months pass and they never reached out. And it's really frustrating because I am very trying to have these conversations, and then people will just keyboard warrior and make snide little comments on my posts, but won't actually engage and interact with me. And I know I say I struggle with that, so I'm just trying to provide proof. This happened literally this morning. This person commented. This person I was supposed to have a conversation with when they got back from their vacation. I just wish people took the time to educate themselves. And it doesn't matter how you do it. You can read, you can listen to podcasts, you can have conversations with people. One of the reasons I am against democracy and support anarchism is because I believe the average person is pretty fucking dumb. And I know that's heavily contentious to say, but I'm saying that understanding that there has been a direct and concerted effort to dumb down the population for decades upon decades. It is intentional. They don't want smart, sovereign citizens. They want dumb drones, dumb worker drones. They being the ruling elites. The oligarchs, the technocrats, the autocrats, the monarchs. There are a lot of words, but when you just think about hierarchy of humanity, there is a top of the hierarchy, and they are pulling the strings. And then people who support communism like to say, that's why we abolish the hierarchy, or specifically the class system. You can't just abolish the class system. It doesn't work like that. I think of the Office scene, if you've seen the TV show The Office, where Michael, he declares bankruptcy, so he's like, I declare bankruptcy. Just imagine, I abolish that the class system is gone, done away with. It doesn't work like that. There will always be hierarchies. Hierarchies exist like beyond nature. Hierarchies are a mathematical concept. When I think of, okay, let me just go on a hippie spiritual rant for a quick minute. When I think of the universe and how everything supposedly stems from one ball of mass of the singularity, that exploded off into infinite pieces in this reality we call existence. 1 becomes 2. 2 becomes 4. 4 becomes 8. Think of a hierarchy tree starting with 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16. It's a simple exponent of 1 squared. Not 1 squared, you can't have 1 squared. 1.00001 squared anyways, okay. I got a little off track, but you might have followed, hopefully. Hierarchies are just part of existence. That's not to say, it's not a moral judgment. That's not to say some are good, some are bad, because some are good and some are bad. A lot of our institutions are broken hierarchies. That's why I'm so anti-institution, because it enables authority within a hierarchy, and it gives power over people when there shouldn't be situations where one person has power over another. That's a whole nother ball game, especially when you get into class dynamics. Because if you need a job, someone has power over you, which is something I think a lot about. How do we construct a society where need is not an issue? Yes, people need to contribute. You need to contribute to your society, but like, I wish we could change the definition of work to contribution. And then I wish there was a way we could reward all kinds of contributions. And that can happen within a capitalist system, because when I think of capitalism, I think of property rights. I think of the free trade of goods and services. I think of sovereignty. Especially if we do away with the fucking central banks, that will solve a lot of problems. What do we do for currency? We have all kinds of resources on this planet. We can do all kinds of creative things. That is also why I am anti-federal government. Imagine if there was like a town that just created there isn't, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll do a whole different video on this. My family backstory actually involves an ancestor creating a currency, Lordson bucks, Pacific Northwest, Google it, Lordson money. It's real. When the economy took a downturn, one of my great uncles ran the general store and a few other businesses in the area, and he created this money that could be circulated within other businesses as well as his, to keep people engaged in trade and to keep the economy afloat. And it worked for a very long time until he got in trouble by the federal government because, you know, they don't like it when people counterfeit their fucking money. And so that's something else I think about a lot that we need to solve is the currency problem. So many conversations we should be having, that we could be having, that I wish we were having. But no, we're still fucking debating capitalism versus communism. Ah! Did the 20th century not do away with that argument? I agree America is fucked and fascist right now. But underneath this dirty, corrupt core, there is a diamond of beautiful, beautiful ideology. Your freedom truly lives within it. Thank you for listening to this ramble. Much love.